Welcome, I'm Jaime Rodriguez. I'm a principal software engineer in the Microsoft Store Client team. Today, we're doing a walkthrough of new and upcoming developer features in the Microsoft Store. I'm going to follow a typical applications lifecycle, covering new features for onboarding, submission, certification, and analytics first. These are all the features you would see in Partner Center usually. After that, we'll move to a few best practices leveraging new and recently released features around reach and engagement. Think about these as features that are touching end users. Before covering the new features, I want to share a few quick store updates so you know what we're doing to grow the customer base and improve the store client on Windows. The mission for the store is to bring safe, trustworthy content to all Windows users. Any user installing a store app should have the confidence that it has been scanned from malware, it is safe to install, and it will run well on their device. For developers, this translates into the store bringing discovery for your apps across all surfaces where Windows users engage. For example, users can find apps in our Microsoft Store Client app, which is included on every Windows device. Users can also use native Windows search or even search the web to find the apps in our store. For users who purchase apps on one device and then upgrade it, or users who use multiple devices, their stores allows them to restore apps across devices, preserving their investment. And finally, for users discovering new apps, the stores offers a premium curated catalog and personalized collections like the new Apps We Think You Love collection showcased in the bottom right of this screenshot. This ubiquitous approach is working very well. More than 1.2 billion unique users visit the store in the last year, and we consistently see over 250 million customers engage with the store each month. Our store client is constantly improving the user experience to help customers discover your apps. In the past year, we revamped our product pages to make them more immersive, optimizing them for trailers and hero images. We also introduced new categorizations for apps and games. This is helping users browse content and find what they're looking for quicker. We improved performance and reliability in the store client. For example, we decreased our launch time by 25%, and we also increased reliability of installs by 50%. This latter number sounds like a lot, but it's 50% across a very small number of failures. We redesigned our homepage to showcase and promote more content in our spotlight at the top of the page. We also made room to fit more product cards in other sections in the homepage. We introduced a new library page to help users manage all their content and to make it easier to install content on secondary devices. And finally, we added a new AI hub to make AI-powered apps and AI features in Windows more discoverable. These are just a few of our UX updates. If you want to learn more, check out the Windows Developer blog for other announcements from the last 6 months and further announcements coming in the next few months. With that update covered, let's now get to the new developer features, starting with account onboarding. I'm very pleased to announce zero-cost onboarding to the Microsoft Store. We are removing the registration fee for all individual developers. This was a source of friction far beyond the cost because in certain countries, app publishers struggled to pay with credit cards. Some of them didn't have a credit card, others were having it decline and they couldn't figure out why. So we're removing that requirement altogether. For company accounts, we're not changing the fee at this time, but I have a temporary workaround for you in the next slide. And beyond the fee, we've redesigned and streamlined the onboarding user experience with better validation and end-to-end guidance that's going to make you go faster. And as FYI, the new free onboarding experience is launching next month. So check the sign-up link in this slide, and we will announce the exact dates for each region right there. Now, if you have an existing app ready to publish to the store, consider joining the Microsoft Store Fast Track program. This program gives you one-on-one support from Microsoft engineers throughout the end-to-end publishing journey of your first app. This includes onboarding, submission, certification, publishing, and any questions you have in between. Following our store tenets, all apps are supported, including Win32, UWP, and web applications. And you can bring apps that use their own commerce and you keep 100% of the revenue. Or you can use our commerce and get a very competitive revenue share. It's 85/15 for apps and 88/12 for games. Fast Track is available for businesses too. Businesses even get a token for free account registration. You just need to have an app ready to publish. It can be an app you're distributing outside the store today or one you're distributing in other stores. I do have to disclaim that this is a transient program. That's why my slide says 2025. So sign up soon if you're interested. Shifting away from onboarding towards improvements in our publishing flow, we're introducing actionable certification reports. From now on, if your app fails certification, you will receive detailed practical guidance to identify and address the issues effectively. This includes image or video attachment showcasing exactly what went wrong. If your app crashes during certification, you get the crash logs too. These enhancements will reduce friction and minimize the number of attempts required for you to finish certification. Next, we're making privacy policy hosting super easy. In the past, you were required to host a privacy policy for your apps on your own domain, and this can incur costs and adds overhead to ensuring your domain is available globally, like in China. And going forward, we're making this much easier. You can submit the privacy policy text for your app directly into Partner Center, and we'll take care of hosting it for you. Of course, if someone still wants to host a policy on their website, they still can, same way we did it before. This next improvement is a highly requested developer feature. The product page for your app or your game will now show when your app was last updated. This small, tiny detail has a huge impact building user confidence. I've always said that updating your app frequently is a great way for you to show your commitment to quality, and now you're finally going to get credit for it. One more way we're decreasing developer friction is relaxing our install policies. When we open the store to Win32 apps, we required a silent installation. This seldomly requires that developers change their existing installer just to pass our certification. We didn't like that. We have relaxed the install policy for Win32 apps, and now we allow non-interactive progress bars during the installation. We will continue to evaluate our policies to find the best compromises across developer, friction, safety, and good experience for our end users. Shifting again, let's now explore how we're enhancing developer insights with powerful new analytics capabilities in Partner Center. We're releasing a major revamp of the health report in Partner Center. To provide a clearer understanding of your app's stability, we're introducing two new metrics, crash rate and hang rate. These metrics will give you a more accurate view of the scale and severity of quality issues. Also, to help you focus where it matters most, health reports now highlight failures based on the number of affected devices, not just total failure counts. These will help you identify and prioritize issues with the broadest device impact so you can focus your resources effectively and filter out those edge cases that were creating too much noise before. Once you've identified a critical issue, the next step is digging deeper to understand the context. The improved health report now includes a distribution chart that lets you compare failure metrics across multiple dimensions like app package, architecture, and operating system. There's also a multi-filter support where you can combine those multiple dimensions to get precise insights. And along with these improvements, we're now supporting search in the report, and we have more data export options in case you want to analyze the data and more granular detail outside of our report. To help you detect unexpected issues like sudden spike in crashes or hangs, we're introducing health alerts. Health alerts are email notifications. They're proactive alerts that can help you catch issues early to minimize the impact to prevent the snowball effect that impacts your users or it hurts your ratings. Note that this feature is coming in July. Last but not least in the reporting category, we enhanced the acquisition report to give you clearer visibility into your app's acquisition funnel and your install success matrix. We know that many things can happen between a user clicking the install button and the installation completing successfully. With the new install success rate metric and our new visualizations, you will clearly see how many installs are completed and where users might be interrupting the process. Now, I'm shifting to our end user features, and I'm starting with user acquisition. Many app publishers want to increase awareness for their app and acquire users through app campaigns. And our Microsoft Ads team has been offering pay-per-install campaigns across premium first-party placements in Windows for the last year. But this has been limited to an invitation-only program that only few could use. I'm happy to announce we now have an open beta for any developer who wants to publish an app campaign. These ads will be personalized and they'll be available in premium Windows surfaces like the Store Client, Windows widgets, Bing search results, and in the new tab page in the Edge browser. Setting up your campaign is very easy and you get great target flexibility. You can target your audience by location, language, and other parameters that ensure that your ads reach the right users at the right time. The platform allows you to create detailed assets groups, customize your campaign settings, and allocate desired budget. All of this with very meaningful effort, as you see on this screen. This last section covers tips that use features launched in the last few months. There's still new features, but not launched at build. You can think of them as proven best practices you may want to explore. A top ask from developers is, what assets will work best on my product page? And we have guidance and recommendations for assets formats and sizes in Partner Center. But to get to the next level and tell you what assets attract most customers for specific apps, we have to recommend that developers experiment with different assets and measure the results. This is why last year we introduced experimentation on product pages. Product page experiments help you test different icons and screenshots to see what converts better with your customer. You just upload your assets to Partner Center and then set a percentage of users that you want in your treatment group. Once the treatment group and the experiment are ready and the experiment goes live, the product pages reflect the changes to the treatment group. In this example, we're evaluating the impact of a new icon. Can you guess which one is going to convert better? When the experiment is completed, you can see the experiment's analytics on Partner Center. In this case, the treatment variant converted at a higher rate than the control variant, so the developer decided to change their icon. For web discovery, when a user goes to your website, you want to see the Microsoft Store badge because the brand has trust. Users will know it's safe to install if it comes from the Microsoft Store. For this reason, we recently modernized our badge user experience and we introduced a new direct launch mode for the badge. Direct launch mode uses Microsoft Store Web Installer, a lightweight stub that will download immediately from within the browser and then install the app. Let me show you direct mode in action. First, a user goes to WhatsApp download website and clicks on the Store badge. Now the installer stub is downloaded immediately, as you can see on the screen here. And when the stub is executed, it verifies the prerequisites on the device and then it initiates the installation, downloaded the app from the store. All of this abstracted from the user. They will feel as if they directly downloaded the app from your website, but they get all the benefits of downloading from the Microsoft Store without having to ever visit the store. This will help your conversion rates from your website. The next best practice to discuss is how and when to encourage users to rate your apps. Positive ratings and reviews are critical for your app success in the Microsoft Store. They influence user trust, App Store rankings, app visibility. Ultimately, they impact user conversion rates. So some of the best practices you should consider include soliciting feedback at the right times. Do it when you're not interrupting a task. Do it after a completion of a significant task or maybe after usage of a valuable feature. And do it after the user has had enough engagement with the app. Some apps prompt too early, and then that's annoying to the users and they end up giving you bad ratings. Once you decide when to do it, use a separate feedback mechanism for the prompt. Give the user a dedicated feedback form that empowers them to submit detailed feedback or bug reports if they're not happy, and encourage them to submit a review if they're happy. When you do get the reviews or feedback, respond promptly to demonstrate that you care and build some trust. Responding promptly can encourage users to update their ratings if they feel the concerns have been acknowledged or addressed. This happens a lot. Finally, the obvious way to get positive reviews is to prioritize your user experience. Your app should be high quality and aligned with user expectation. When users are satisfied with your app, they're more likely to leave positive reviews. Look at areas like app performance and usability. Deliver frequent updates to address issues and introduce new features. Always include release notes in the What's New in this version module. This helps users know when a bug is fixed or if a feature is improved or introduced. This encourages them to revise their previous ratings or leave new positive reviews. This final tips is mostly an FYI, but it has come up frequently with AI applications deploying to enterprise lately, so I thought we should include it. IT admins have been able to browse, deploy, and monitor Microsoft apps inside Intune for a long while. Historically, this included UWP apps and desktop apps packaged with MSIX. And we have recently implemented two important changes. Win32 apps packaged via executable or MSI installers are now supported. And the second change is the store used to filter out apps that were rated higher than teen, but we've removed that restriction now. In the screenshot, you see an example of each. ChatGPT is an AI assistant rated 12 and over, and we no longer filter it. And Perplexity is a Win32 app, and it's also appearing in Intune. Wrapping up, today we discussed how the Microsoft Store can drive discovery for your app and help you reach over 1 billion Windows users. We have covered new tools and features that can help you publish your app or optimize your existing apps based on usage data, health report, user ratings, etc. So we want to invite you to try these new features and use them to increase your app's reach, engagement, and retention. I also want to invite you to engage with us and tell us how we're doing and what features you want next. Contact us via the Fast Track program or via the Feedback Hub in the Microsoft Store app. Thank you very much and have a great build.